Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebo Nation Plays, the FM Scout Academy Challenge with FC Dallas. And we are back with yet another U.S. Cup game. Yes, that's what we're doing. That is exactly the thing that we're doing. Is, quarterfinals, actually, of the U.S. Cup. Not just any old U.S. Cup game. And the reason why we're doing the quarterfinals is because I kind of forgot about the last game. And, halfway through against Colorado, I recalled that this was a U.S. Cup game. And then something weird happened. We just went on and demolished Colorado. I don't know if they played a weak team, against us or what, but we beat them 7-0. Just absolutely demolished these guys. Take a look at the stats here. We had 3 goals from Ortega. Alcantara scored, Zamora scored, and then Coy Kraft came off the bench and scored 2 goals. It was just ridiculous onslaught, and all we did was go counterattack and just blew them away. So, we're not going to show you that game because it'll take all day to show all those goals. But yeah, we are cruising into this quarterfinal matchup against our old pals, Chicago. Seems like we played them a lot this year. We've actually only played them that one time at the beginning of the season, and now we're playing them again. Is that correct? I think my math is correct on that. Yeah, that's very correct. So they beat us for the MLS Cup last season. Then we had a sort of a come from behind draw against them in the first game of this year, and now we play them again in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Cup. Looks like we're going to be going through Chicago for a lot of our hardware. And I guess that's okay that they're somewhat of a rival to us, the Brimstone Cup, or whatever they call that. Yeah, it's the Brimstone Cup. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about the U.S. Cup quarterfinals, our chance to go to the Champions League. And the stakes have been raised for this Champions League bid. First and foremost, it's part of the challenge here. It's part of the Academy Challenge to try and win the Champions League. So we can't win the Champions League if you don't win the U.S. Cup. So that's what we're trying to do. But then the other reason is our goalkeeper, Gonzalez. He got an offer from a Mexican team. I think Pumas offered to buy him, and I rejected that, of course, because he's our number one goalkeeper. We need him. But he came back and said, I want a chance to play in the Champions League, and I don't think we're going to get there with this team. So that's why he wanted to move on to another team. So I promised him, hey, look, we'll get to the Champions League within the next year. So in order to do that, we basically have to win the U.S. Cup this year, or win the Supporter Shield, or win the MLS Cup. So our first chance at fulfilling that promise and not losing our number one goalkeeper is today against Chicago. So let's check out the match preview. And we know we know Chicago pretty well. It looks like that's us. That's our team. So we know our team pretty well. Look at their team. It looks like they're playing. It looks like they're playing most of their starters. Paye, yeah. Akam, the guy who killed us in the MLS Cup last season. Looks like they've got an injury, so, they're doing all right. As for our side, we're mostly healthy. We've had problems again with suspensions and yellow cards and stuff, so I've been, anytime somebody gets suspended for a yellow card now, I've started at least giving them warnings. So we'll see how that does. We've given 2 guys warnings, and they've promised that, okay, I won't get thrown out of any more games. So hopefully that works, but I don't know. We are starting to get a lot of players back from injury. Washington is finally back from injury. He's able to play about 60 minutes a game. Same with Escobedo. Not only has he been suspended, but he's been injured as well. So we're going to get him back. Same with Cole, our other fullbacks. So our fullbacks have been just in disarray, honestly. Yeah, so Cole is still not real healthy. Escobedo is kind of healthy. So I could bring him in for Perry, I think. Have him coming off the bench just in case. Yeah, that should work. Been playing Acosta at defensive midfielder. I could, this game, I think maybe I could play him at right back. I have been playing our rookie, An Hyuk Chol, but I'm not going to do that this time around. I'm going to bring Van de Castile in because he's a much better option, and Acosta's a much better option at right back. Our rookie, Sal Bailey, at the left fullback has been playing pretty well. His stats are going up. His ratings have been pretty good. His average rating is 7.19. So that's pretty good. He's made 9 appearances. He's played well. He's apparently wanted by Sporting Kansas City. So if they want him, he can't be all bad. And, with Escobedo getting so many injuries and so many suspensions, it might be good to put a little pressure on him and say, look, we got this rookie who's playing well. You better watch yourself. He's already valued at $1 million, so, if nothing else, we can get some value out of him come the trade deadline or something like that next season, maybe. I doubt we'd trade him this season. He's kind of been very important for us. Other than that, the lineup is pretty much familiar. Of course, Gonzalez in goal, Zimmerman, Rodriguez on defense. Rodriguez has been swapping in and out with Johnson, as pretty much they're going to do their whole career. But everybody in the MLS is trying to trade me, 2 draft picks for Johnson. I think I've turned down Philadelphia, I've turned down Chicago multiple times, turned down New York, turned down just about everybody in the Eastern Conference for Johnson. I mean, I know he's a good player, but apparently he's one of the hottest commodities in the MLS right now, so we shall see. He's only valued at $850K, but maybe because everybody knows that he's starting quality, but he's not starting. I don't know why everybody's coming after him. He's not listed or anything like that. Everybody wants him. All right, midfield, of course, I mentioned Van de Castile. Ulloa, Searle, Zamora, the rookie, is still playing really well, averaging 7.25 rating, has 6 goals this season in 21 appearances, so that's really good for an advanced midfielder. And then up front, we got Alcantara, and we've been playing Ortega quite a bit. He came in that game against Chicago and scored 3 goals, so he's been playing really well. And I've had to have him play because Akindele, it seems like he just plays for the national team now. We're just holding his locker for rent, basically. He's been playing with the national team so much this season, we've hardly seen him. I sort of, not accidentally, but I sort of didn't think about it, and I sent Kraft out on loan because one of the coaches said I should send him out on loan. So I did that, even though we are kind of low on strikers at the moment, with Akindele being, like I said, with the national team and Washington being hurt. So that's why I had to bring Ortega in. But, he played really well. He already has 4 goals. So in 5 games. So that's pretty good. Anyway, that's the lineup. We're going to go with that and see how it works. Now, our coaching staff has suggested that we go on counterattack versus Chicago. So I have been starting every game on control just to see how that works. But I think I will go with counterattack this time around, just so we don't start off on the bad foot and give up an early goal. That's one of the things we were doing earlier this season during our losing streak, was giving up early goals, and we were always coming from behind. So I'm going to try to avoid that. high going counter. I won't go more direct passing just yet. I'll save that for an adjustment period. All right. Here we go. Sean Johnson is fairly lengthy run without conceding a goal. Can your team end that run today? I hope so. Otherwise, we will not win. All right. So they are going a little defensive here with two defensive midfielders and a sort of diamond wide sort of situation up top. Let's see. Let's look at our advice. Close down on these dudes, just like always. Show positions, close down there. Still have not set these positions the way I would like them to be set. Not much I can do about that right now. Looks like one of their fullbacks is set to come forward there. So, I was trying to read his name, but I'm standing a little too far away. I've been standing up to record lately. So I'm going to go back to the players. You know, I've heard that helps with your speaking voice if you stand up while you record, so I'm giving that a shot. Also, just, you know, so you're not sitting down all day. That's one drawback when you have like a tech job, a computer job, and then you like sit around and play video games all the time as well. It's just too much sitting. So I'm trying to avoid that a little bit. Get up, move more, and stand more. So there we go. We get the first. No, we lose immediately. We lose possession. That's no good. We are in the whites today with the blue stripes. No steal there on the outside. That was a horrific cross. Just sort of launched it over the goal. Good job, my man. Here we go. This could be a highlight. Acosta with the throw in. Searle centers to Ulloa. Ulloa back to Van de Castile. In again to Ulloa. Is he going to take a shot? He looks like he wants to take a shot. No, into Acosta, who takes a shot. Sort of playing with it at the midfield there. I think we might want to play wide and get it out wide. Searle loses it to the defense. Nope, we still retain possession though. There it is. Get it out wide to Acosta, who wins the header to no avail. All right. I have our instructions play it wide. See how that works. Oh, there's a shot. Here's a shot. That looked like Zamora, maybe. Could have been Ortega, I guess. It's too busy changing our instructions to actually look at the match. Here we go. A free kick from Van de Castile. Tries to bend it in there, but doesn't quite do it. I've never had a guy who had that skill, like the bend the ball skill. Maybe I should try to train somebody up for that. If you can train somebody up for that. They get one shot and a goal. That's no good. This is just what they did to us in the cup. Oh, disallowed goal. Offside. Succotash. Take that. Alright, so I was about to go on a whole rant about Chicago, so I guess I won't now, since they didn't actually score there. And we did get some good highlights earlier, but it looks like maybe they've adjusted or my adjustment has failed. My adjustment to play it wide has failed. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to take off those instructions. And I'm going to play a little wider. How about that? All right, so we got the gonna play a little wider, but we're not gonna pass the ball to the wide side. Maybe that's the opposite of what I should have done, but you know what? Need to mess around with these tactics a little bit, just to stay frosty here, stay fresh. There's Searle with a shot. Goes across the goal mouth, but doesn't really cause any problems. Take a sip of some dry, sparkling vanilla bean here. Smooth, earthy, and aromatic is their tagline, which I guess that's true. It vaguely tastes like vanilla. Slightly sugary vanilla water. Love it. Alright, they're just firing the ball. I think we're probably just playing counterattack against each other. They're probably on counterattack too. Here we go. Alcantara, back to you, Loa. See if we can fire it downfield. Oh, nice play. Alcantara wins it. Can he get it across to Ortega? Nope, he just fires it. Just fires it. You're supposed to be trying to work it into the box, my man, not firing it from there. Ooh, look at that. Bailey's tired and Uloa's tired as well. And he's got a yellow card. Don't like that. Alright, so it's halftime. Counterattack has worked okay. I mean, we've got most of the highlights. So I think if anything, maybe we'll try more direct passing and see how that works. Double down. That always works, right? If at first you don't succeed, double down is what I've always heard. No one ever say, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. All right, here we go. We can still come out of this match with a win. Let's go. Start the second half. Of course, we've got college basketball on the big screen in the back here. It is NCAA tournament time. There's Bailey with a nice steal. There's our rookie fullback. Gets it back to Searle. Let's work the ball down the field a little bit here. Oof, that was a terrible pass. But, you know, their attack seems pretty futile right now. Our defense is holding them well. I think we're going to have to make two substitutions here pretty quickly. Make Uloa and Bailey. They get a free kick, but nothing there. I think set plays are going to be, if they score on us, that's where they're going to score. Is the set plays just like that. Ah, dang it, I knew it. Unless they get another offsides, that'd be nice. Looks like their injured guy, Buckley, scores on us with a header. Perry launches it in there. Just barely flicks it off his head. Gonzalez could have got that, but not quite there. All right, so we're going to have to change up. Ooh, we're going to have to change. Stop. Okay. We have to change up our tactics here. I started hitting every button available. All right, so we're going to go control, mixed. Going to get stuck in. See how this works. Then we're going to make a couple of subs after that. All right, so that's already gone into place. Good job. Let's get Uloa out of there. Guess we'll bring in... Well, who are we going to bring in here? I guess we'll bring in Quintanilla. I think he's a better ball winner, right? What's his... No, not at all. Tackling is only 7. Now, Pamacale's tackling is only 8. That's the problem. I got too many deep-lying playmakers on this team. Like, everybody's a deep-lying playmaker. So I'll make him a central midfielder. And then we'll bring Acosta down for Bailey. Bring in Cole. And we'll start with those two subs and save our third sub. All right, we've crossed the 60-minute mark. Not getting much at all in the way of highlights. All right, so let's stop that. Let's go in the attack. Get more expressive. Be a little more fluid. Be a lot more fluid. Close down more. See if we can cause some havoc. Let's give him 30 minutes of hell here. Nolan Richardson style. Offsides Alcantara. All right, here's a highlight finally. Van de Castile to Acosta. Searle to Zamora. Quintanilla. There's our new substitute. Get it in there. Oh, Ortega just fires at it. Our forwards aren't playing well together for some reason. You know, the last couple of games they've been passing to each other really well, but for some reason today they are not. All right, Searle is out there dying. Jeez, 84 minutes have gone past. This is not looking good, so we're going to bring in Pomykal for Searle. Confirm that. And, man, 88 minutes down. That 28 minutes went by in a breeze. Van de Castile, bad pass. Yeah, they're just playing to hold the lead. We have got to work it. Oh, there's a nice play. Ortega gets it. He's just going to fire it to no avail. But Akindele, get it out wide, my man. Please. Please, what are you doing? Cole. Ugh, we're falling apart here after such an awesome game in our last cup match. Costa's tired. Everybody's tired. We got, this is time. Wow. This is what Chicago does to us, man. They get a lead, and then they just go into this defensive shell that we can't break out of. I don't know. The only way to beat Chicago is to score on them first. I think we're going to have to keep that in the back of our mind and say, I'm not happy with your performance because you may have cost us a goaltender. May have cost us our future. I'm going to have to start getting our rookie from a couple years ago ready. Or one of our young academy goalkeepers who basically had no chance of starting ahead of Gonzalez. Fall to defeat in the quarterfinals. So that's it, man. One and done. We are out of the cup this season. That's no good for our Champions League dreams. I don't even want to talk to these reporter guys. I'm going to send my assistant to do that. All right, so let's take a look at the schedule coming up. All right, so we're already well into the second half of the season. And starting the second half of the season, we are 3 wins, 2 losses in the MLS. So we're not doing too bad competition-wise. We moved up to 4th place, 34 points. Some of the teams at the top have started to pull away a little bit from us, so we got to go on a run here. And if not win the Supporter Shield, I think it's very important to win the Cup this season so that we can get that bid into the Champions League. I don't want to go too many seasons without being in the Champions League because that's really our only path to, greater glory. It's the only way we're going to keep some of these guys as they progress into being, world-class players. The only way we're going to keep them around is if we can consistently reach that higher level of competition. So I guess we'll meet back here next time, maybe for the season finale. Get the schedule, if there's anything interesting coming up. I don't know. If anything interesting pops up on the schedule, I'll record that. If not, we'll see you for the end of the regular season. Season 4. All right, bye.